Good evening, everyone. May I have your attention? Before we get started, I want to welcome everybody, and we want to cover some housekeeping items with you. We want you to please take a moment to turn off all your electronic devices. We want you to help keep this a very enjoyable event for everyone, and refrain from talking as the graduates' names are being read. Remain seated as the graduates come across the stage. And as the graduates get ready to exit, we ask that you please allow them to exit quietly from the room so that any pictures that want to be taken may be taken. Are you ready to get started? Yes. We will be following the program as outlined. I want to welcome you. I'm Dr. Michael Harris. I'm the Dean of the College and Career Readiness Program, and we are excited to have you. Can you hear me now? Yeah. All right. Well, welcome, everyone. I'm Dr. Michael Harris, Dean of College and Career Readiness, and we are happy to have you here with us tonight. As we follow the program as outlined, I have the distinct pleasure of having one of our own coordinators, Ms. Shannon Taylor-Stanley. She's the instructional coordinator, and many of you know her as the adult high school coordinator, and also those of you who have been enrolled in English as a second language program. She will be performing for us tonight a song, and joining her on the keyboard is Mr. Christopher Glenn, a graduate of our electric lineman, which is a short-term training program that once you complete that program, at the end of that program, you have a job. So at this time, we'd like to introduce Ms. Stanley.
Hello. Okay. When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand and nothing, oh, nothing is going right, just close your eyes and think of me. And soon I'll be there to brighten up even darkest nights. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running just to see you again. Summer, winter, spring, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will, 'cause I'll be your friend. If the sky up above should turn dark and fill with clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, just keep your head together and call out my name, and soon I'll be knocking on your door. Oh, 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 call out my name, and you know wherever I am, well, I'll come running just to see you again. Whoa, summer, winter, spring, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will, 'cause I'll be your friend. Summer, summer, winter, spring, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will, 'cause I'll be your friend.
Let's give another round of applause. That song, Be There Come Spring, Forsyth Tech, Like to Be, we picked that song especially for you graduates. You're going to hear from Alan Murdoch and Joel Welch in a minute, our speaker. And I told the graduate, Mr. Dr. Murdoch was like the superintendent. I'm the principal of the program. But what I want to say about that song to you is I want to take this time to recognize, we want to recognize your family that's here. Let's give them a round of applause because they have been there for you. Also at this moment, with that song, we want to thank all the college personnel. We have our executive VP, we have some of the deans here, we have a number of cross people in the college that have come out to support our graduates. Will all Forsyth Tech College personnel please stand up or raise your hand so the other graduates can see who you are. Dr. Gary Green, the president of Forsyth Tech, could not be here. And when I said we had top personnel, our executive VP, Dr. Rachel Damaris, they even sent our human resource person, our VP who hired us, to make sure we're doing our job well. Anna Marie, how you doing? So with that song, we want to give an applause to you and to the parents and everybody, say thank you for your support of Forsyth Tech and these students. So one more time, let's give applause because you say you didn't hear me, so let me hear you. Come on now. At this time, we are going to have Ms. Shannon stand to come back and introduce our student speaker for the night.
Thank you, Michael. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our student speaker of the evening. Her name is Miss Althea Dortch. Althea dropped out of high school in the 9th grade at the age of 30, she realized that she needed to make some life changes. She knew that and became dedicated to her education, and after several attempts, she received her GED in 2008. She continued at Forsyth Tech and completed her Associates in Arts program in 2014. Since Forsyth Tech, she has also been in partnership with Winston-Salem State University, and Althea has made a smooth transition into receiving her Bachelor of Social Work program degree. She has successfully completed the program and earned her degree in spring of 2017. Currently, she works as a peer support specialist with Insight Human Services. Give her a big round of applause, Miss Althea Dortch.
Hi. Good evening. I just want to take the time out to thank Forsyth Tech staff, the GED program, and the graduating students. I also want to take the time out to thank my family and my friends for coming out and supporting me. So I'm real nervous, so just bear with me. It's a lot of people in here. Okay. Again, my name is Althea Dortch, and I am a GED graduate of Forsyth Tech, and I am proud to be a GED graduate of Forsyth Tech, as well as alumni for Forsyth Tech Community College with my associate's degree. I dropped out of school because at the particular time when I was a teenager, I didn't listen to my mother. I tell my teenage boys who are 13, 17, and 19 years old that they need to, listen to me. Right now, for the last 10 years, education has been the most important thing in my life. And the reason that education has been the most important thing in my life is because I had none. I went back to get my GED because I was working at Burger King, and even though I worked at that drive-thru and I was real good at it, I knew that there had to be something else better in my life. By the time I had turned 30 years old and I had 3 little children, I knew that I couldn't make it on a minimum wage paying job. So I decided after several attempts over and over again and many, many years to come back to Forsyth Tech and get my GED. When I was at Forsyth Tech getting my GED, I passed all the tests. I think it's like 5 tests, and I passed all the tests ready to take the actual test, the practice test. The only test that I didn't pass was math. I stayed at Forsyth Tech at that program for 2.5 years, blood, sweat, and tears. I lived in that lab. I wanted to give up. I had a small baby who I didn't even have. He's back there now. He's 13 years old. I didn't even have any type of child care for him. But I had someone that had believed in me. Miss Ronnie that was there at Forsyth Tech at the time. I had another mentor that had believed in me. My mentor helped me to get my baby into this church that was right next door, still next door to Forsyth Tech, to get him into the daycare center there. And me and my little baby, we caught the bus each and every, I didn't even have a job. And each and every day we caught that bus. I dropped him off at daycare. I walked down to Forsyth Tech, and I went in that lab, and Miss Ronnie helped me all day long. I ate, I slept, and I breathed math, right? And I wanted to drop out so many times. It was really, really hard, because if you think about it, at my age, at the age of 30, trying to come back and go to school and raise 3 little small children, that wasn't easy. I thank God for my mother who's back there. She was an angel. You know, she encouraged me. She pushed me. She never gave up on me. So through all that transition, after many attempts of taking that practice test and failing that practice test, but Ronnie still continuing to help me and to push me in the right direction, she came in there. When I took that last practice test, she said, "You passed," and I graduated in May 2008 with my GED. And when I tell you, at that time, back in 2008, when I graduated with that GED, that was like getting $1 million. That was like the best thing that had ever happened to me. And where I come from, I come from 4 generations of no education. My great-grandmother didn't have a high school diploma. My grandmother, my mother, nobody in my house that I knew of, anybody connected to me, had a high school diploma, had a GED. You know, people in my house wasn't going to, I knew of universities, I seen them on TV, but people that I was connected to, they weren't going to school. And so I'm real grateful for Forsyth Tech for introducing me to the community college that I transitioned over real smooth. I encourage you, real smooth, I transition over to that community college so that I could get my associate's degree. But it took someone to come to my house and explain to me about the financial aid process, to explain to me about different things that I could do in order for me to pay for me to go to college, because I knew nothing about it. And see, when she came to my house and she gave me that information about me transitioning over, going to college, that meant that I was charged one day to tell somebody else. And so as y'all move forward in your lives and in your careers, you're going to be charged to telling somebody else about how you came to Forsyth Tech and how Forsyth Tech assisted you with getting your GED, about how you transitioned over to Forsyth Tech Community College and went on to get whatever, a certificate, a diploma, an associate's degree. You're going to be charged with doing that. And not only did Forsyth Tech help me to get that associate's degree, but then they took me another step forward. They said, don't stop here, go to a 4-year college. And they put in place a program that they partnership with Winston-Salem State University. And I'm talking about, now by this time, I'm 34 years old. I'm getting real nervous. I'm surrounded by all these little children that is old enough to be my children. And I said, now y'all want to put me in a university? I was really scared. But they held my hand the whole step of the way. Forsyth Tech, not one time I can even think of let my hand go. And see, those are the things that I'm able to pass on to my 13-year-old that's back there, my 17-year-old that's in the GED program, and he's getting ready to graduate next year, my 19-year-old who I'm going to push to go back to school. Education is everything. And even when I kept failing, and even when I kept thinking that I had to give up and I wasn't going to be able to do it, my motto and my affirmation that I kept telling myself was, nothing beats a failure but a try. And how I knew nothing beat a failure but a try was because for 2.5 years, I worked on that GED for that math over at Forsyth Tech. So I knew if I could do that, I could do anything. Because it was not hard. It was not easy. It was just not easy. And so I say all of these things just to say to you is that the sky's the limit. This is just a stepping stone. I no longer have to work a minimum wage job. I no longer have to break my, no offense, but I no longer have to work just put it this way. I don't have to settle for anything. That now that I have some education with me, I'm able to pick and choose what type of jobs that I want to get as I continue to grow older, because we all continue to grow a day older, and I'm able to give back to my children what my mother at the time didn't have the tools to give to me. So I just want to say, now that you have your GED, that you are charged, just like that lady came and told me about going to college and introduced me to college. Now you are charged to introduce people that you come in contact with about the GED program, about the associate's program, and one day getting their bachelor's. Thank you for letting me share.
At this time, let's give her another round of applause. At this time, we're going to stick with the program as Dr. Alan Murdaugh, the Vice President of Economic and Workforce Development, to come forward, the Superintendent of the College and Career Readiness Program.
Thank you. So I don't really know who put this schedule together, but why did I have to follow this young lady in her great success? That's amazing. I had a lot of things planned to say. I'm not going to say them now because I think some of them were already taken. But I do know we need to point out one more group that I want to say thank you to. Are any of our graduates of our Access Center with Goodwill Industries, Northwest North Carolina? A couple of them out there? Good, good. Andy with Goodwill, give him a round of applause. I think I talked a little bit about our partnerships with Winston-Salem State University. We also have partnerships with Goodwill. And in this one, folks that went through the adult high school program there also get a free class with Forsyth Tech. So you walk out of here with a diploma and a skill, right? Going back to those good jobs. I've already congratulated most of you graduates early. I was fortunate enough to meet with them maybe half an hour ago and try to get them motivated and excited. I think they're already there, actually. You can't hear me? You have to be on top of it. Okay, great. All right, I'll be leaning over here. Okay. Fortunately, I was able to meet with a lot of our graduates a little bit earlier, probably about half an hour ago, and I tell you, I was really impressed. They have a lot of plans. Many of them have plans to either continue their education through our curriculum side of the college. We had one gentleman, whereas he's going into the Army. You. Congratulations. Thank you. That's awesome. Now, during that time, some of them didn't raise their hands, so I'm going to do a little talking here about good jobs and what a good job is. I also want to thank you for what you've done today. Part of my job is economic development. And to give you the 30,000-foot view, what that means is I work with local companies to hopefully expand their operations and hire people and create good jobs. Sometimes I work with companies that aren't here and try to convince them to come to Winston-Salem or Stokes County and create good jobs that you guys can have. Taking the step of obtaining your high school credential opens the door to some of those good jobs. Right? And the reason I'm saying thank you is whether it's a new company or an existing company, there's always that question of what does the local workforce look like? Is your workforce educated? Well, I'm here to tell you folks, tonight, all of you guys are part of that educated workforce. So thank you very much for that. Just to tell you a quick story. Earlier I mentioned good jobs, and what are good jobs? So if you look at it from an economic developer standpoint, a good job is one that pays a little bit more than the regional average. But that may be different for all of us. For some of us, a good job pays the bills. For some of us, a good job means a job that has 3-day weekends. Or you get to work with your hands. Or like Athea, you get to work with people. Or maybe a good job is you get to work with computers so you don't have to deal with people. But I tell you, last month I had coffee with a woman, and we started talking about jobs and economic development. And she had a different definition of good jobs. This is what good jobs were to her. Good jobs were jobs that allowed you to buy a truck and a boat. That's a good job. So I want you to find out what your truck and boat good job is, chart that path, and get there. And if you heard before, Forsyth Tech can help you get there. Whether it's working with me in our Economic Workforce Development Division for some short-term training, I think someone mentioned earlier our electrical lineman program to get you that good job, or maybe it's on the other side of the college that offers associate's degrees that can create paths for you to get those good jobs. Good news is that the guy, I'm in charge of non-credit here at the college, and the guy that's in charge of credit for this college, the associate's degrees, is your speaker tonight. So let me tell you a little bit about Dr. Joel Welch. All right. Dr. Welch has spent the past 18 years working in the community colleges, where he has served in many roles from an instructor to vice president. He joined Forsyth Tech Community College in January of 2016 as a vice president for instructional services. Dr. Welch works to bring together industry, secondary, and post-secondary education entities to develop pathways that support student success through projects such as the National Science Foundation funded grant, Mapping Upward grant, and Achieving the Dream grant. All these grants are for you guys to help us develop paths so you guys can get good jobs. He has published articles and presented to numerous industries on developing a highly skilled workforce for industry. Joel has a PhD in educational leadership, a master's in engineering, and a Bachelor of Science in civil engineering. He still maintains his registration as a professional engineer in the state of South Carolina. We won't hold that against him. And he lives in Kernersville with his wonderful wife, Lisa, and their 3 children. Please help me bring on Dr. Welch.
I'm not so tall. Thank you, Dr. Murdoch. I'm kind of in the same boat he is. Can we just replay Althea's talk? She really hit a lot of important points and things that I wanted to hit on a little bit tonight. But as I thought about what to talk about, the first thing, most important thing, I think tonight is congratulations. Congratulations. You need to hear that a bunch. You did it. Nobody can take that from you. No person can come in and take what you've learned and what you've accomplished from you. You finished. So I thought about what I wanted to say. What do you need to hear? What would you be interested in? The want to hear, pretty easy, short. Pretty much you're not concerned too much about what I say as long as I say it in a short manner. So that part was easy, but what do you need to hear? You've heard Dr. Murdoch talking about jobs and careers and pathways. Althea talking about hard work, dedication and perseverance, and man, those things are so critical. So let's see if maybe I can give you something that's a little bit of a benefit to you in a manner that you want, and that is short. There's a Chinese proverb that says, "May you live in interesting times." Some people describe this proverb as a curse. May you live in torturous times. May your life be really rough. May incredible, terrible things happen to you, etc., and etc. Some people will tell you it's not even a Chinese proverb. I think somebody made it up and they wanted to give it a little bit of extra weight, so they said it was a Chinese proverb. But whether it's a Chinese proverb, whether it's a curse, whoever made it up, it is a very apt description of our lives and our times that we live in. When I sit and look at you, sitting up here earlier, and I stand and I look at you now, an incredible amount of respect and awe for what you've accomplished. And so your life, it's been interesting. From politics to social upheaval, religious debates, inflation, loss of jobs, being denied jobs, concerns about the climate, rapidly changing technology. I could go on and on. Many of you are on one side of those issues, and some of you are on the other, and we live in interesting times, and everybody points across, and we argue and fuss about a lot of different things. And we think many times that the life that we're living is the most cursed or the most interesting or the most difficult or the most incredible barriers that anybody has ever faced. Some of you, maybe that's not you, maybe you have a friend. I had a good friend in college. Loved the guy to death, still a good friend today, but if you told him that you got in your car and you had a flat tire, he would tell you he got in his car and he had 3 flat tires. Didn't really matter what we were doing. Whatever he had, it was bigger and better or worse and smaller than whatever it was that we were dealing with. But here's a secret. We all live in interesting times. Every single one of you has had a unique journey in your life. You've heard a great story tonight. But if we had time to go around the room, each of you has a unique story, and that story is important. Because as you go forward, there's always going to be barriers. There's always going to be challenges. I got a secret for you. There's always going to be somebody that doesn't like you. It's their fault. It's okay. But it's the way the world works. There are going to be people who want to tear you down. Death, sickness, taxes, always going to be there. And I would love to be able to stand here and tell you that now that you have graduated this phase, and I say phase on purpose because this is the first step, I would love to be able to tell you that it's all good from here on. You're on easy street, but that would not be true. Because when you walk out of here tonight and you enter the day tomorrow, you're going to have to choose to meet the challenges that you face every single day. Every single day. Those things are going to be there for you to battle. And once you conquer one, another one will arise. One right after the other. Wow. Is that gloomy or what? Maybe not a graduation speech you've heard. You will continue to live in interesting times. But I have an answer for you. Is it gloomy or what? It is the or what. Because you've proven that you have the ability, the stamina, the commitment, the perseverance to succeed. You've completed something. I advise people all the time going into education, and one of the things that I always tell person after person, finish something. You can't get to your destination until you finish something. You finish something. For some of you, this is the first thing you have ever completed that took time, that took effort. Wow. Congratulations. We can't say it enough. That's incredible. That's how you know that it's okay to live in interesting times. For others, it's the next step in your career path. Hold on to that. Hold on to that step. Hold on to your perseverance and your commitment. Every single one of you has faced a barrier, a difficulty, a challenge to complete and be here tonight. Every single one of you. Some of you have faced greater challenges than others. But it doesn't negate the strength that it took every single one of you to face the barriers and the challenges that you faced. You can meet the challenges because you stayed the course and finished. You've built a foundation of success, a foundation of learning that supports your life. You've accomplished and showed what I think is the foundation in our world right now for a lot of career. And it's not that you know a lot or that you're smart or that you're brilliant. It's that you have demonstrated an ability to learn. An ability to learn. If you talk to anyone who's worked in the field, I've been in education for 18 years, I was a civil engineer for about 10 years. The things I learned in college, computer, technical-wise, pretty much all gone. We have different materials, different computers, different software, et cetera, and et cetera. But the ability to learn that you have demonstrated, grab a hold of it. It shows that you have a foundation to be successful. You are willing to put in the effort to learn something new. That's valuable. It's important. You have experienced success and you're ready to build on that foundation. I commend you. I say it again and I repeat it on purpose. Congratulations. It is important what you have done. However, the journey's not over. You're just getting started. There is another Chinese proverb that I like, and it says this: be not afraid of growing slowly, be afraid of standing still. Some of you have taken a long time to get here. It's okay because you're here. It's okay because you're here. Too many people get wrapped up in getting places fast. Do you know what the definition of a split second is? It's the time between the stoplight turning red and the horn behind you. People in a hurry. The old adage is true. It's not how you start, it's how you arrive. And you're here. And maybe you had a lot of bumps. Maybe you have multiple failures in your background. That doesn't matter. You are successful and have graduated and completed this. It's more important that you reach your destination that you are on and to be on that path to accomplish great things. You've shown you know how to finish. You've shown you know how to learn. Don't be in a hurry. Take time to enjoy life. Find others who might need a hand and offer yours. Althea said that so beautifully. Reach behind you and pull someone along on your success. Whatever you do, do not stop growing, learning. Keep moving forward. Do not be afraid of growing slowly. Be afraid of standing still. And I'll leave you finally with 3 things, and these are things that I hit on pretty much everywhere I go at this point. Dr. Murdoch talked about success and careers. We need an incredible workforce in our community. I tell students all the time, I want you to graduate, be successful, go out, get a great job, make lots of money, pay lots of taxes so the state will give me a raise. I'm invested in your success. It's important to me that you be successful. But as we all do that, we draw community. And there are 3 things that I think fit so strongly with success. And you've demonstrated a lot of this in what you've done. But the 3 things are simple. Show up early, stay a little bit late, and do more than you're asked to do with a good attitude. If you will do those 3 things, building on that foundation of an ability to learn, you'll be golden at your company, wherever you go to work. They love people that show up early, stay a little bit late, and do more than what they're asked to do with a good attitude. Probably the most important out of all of that is the attitude. If you do good work and you do it in a critical, negative manner, people don't like to help you. Good attitude. Give people a benefit of a doubt and work strongly with them. Success in a career, really anything in life, will always revolve around those 3 things. Show up early, stay late, do more than you're asked to do with a good attitude. Again, it's with a lot of pleasure that I say to you, congratulations. I look forward to hearing of all of your accomplishments in the future.
Okay. At this time, the person that you would like to hear to call your name, we're going to ask, as all graduates, Mr. Estevio Velez, the advisor for EWD, to come forward.
Can you hear me? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Muy buenas noches, damas y caballeros. We will begin the recognition of graduates. Comenzaremos el reconocimiento de los graduados. Adult graduate students, please stand. Graduados de la preparatoria de adultos, por favor, paren. We'll first recognize a student that's unable to attend this evening on her way here. She was in a car accident, so we do ask for your prayers for Tamia H. Adams. She's also recognized for getting her credential as a certified nursing assistant 1 student. Our thoughts and prayers are with Tamia H. Adams. And we'll begin with Glenda Best. She's also obtained her credential in customer service for the call center. Shantae L. Brown. And we'll have each graduate start on the right side of the stage and obtain their diploma on the left. Traquan B. Burns. Jessica L. Colson, Certified Nursing Assistant 1. Aja D. Creasy. Jaquab S. Danner. Lydia M. Fuller. Jeffrey A. Jin. Josue Guzman. Jacob B. Heath. Caitlin C. Holcomb, Certified Nursing Assistant 1. Jessica L. Eisenhower, Certified Nursing Assistant 1. Elizabeth K. Isbell. Sarah O. O'Connor. Chelsea B. Riley. Rosalind M. Richardson with a credential in customer service for call center. Lisbeth Noyola Rodriguez. Amy J. Schaffer, Industrial and TIG Welding. Samantha G. Taylor. And the last person for the Adult High School program, Jessica Williams with a Medical Office 1 credential. GED and TAS graduates, you may stand. Graduados del GED y TAS, ¿se pueden parar? Comenzamos con Cecilia Alcántara García. Abigail Ann May Arnold. Sydney Jean Ball. Elijah Malik Brooks. Andriana Monet Brown. Jonathan Doyle Brown. Damian Luke Byers. Jimmy Wayne Byers Jr. Thalia Sinara Castro Sekinegi. Jordan Dante Chandler. Juan Antonio Chai Ixcol. Christopher David Cobbler. Artie Yamatha Crawford. Taylor Lynn Dees. Victoria Delgado. Barbara Christina Dube. Samuel Westcott Eisenberg. Lauren Munster Farr. Sierra Rose Filardi. Sharday Tynesia Golfin. Pedro Alejandro Guerrero Solís. Isaiah Joshua Hairston. Ana María Jaime Hernández. Bobby R. Hill. Kelsey Maria Horton. Jonathan Mickle Jose. William James Hoskins. Alexandra Rose Jolly. Princess Alexandra Cayman Dutton. Samuel Alexandra Kiefer. Sierra Catrice Kirksey. Gary Leonard Lockhart II. Gustavo Madrid. Nay Mana. Maria Nicole Norman. Martín Merino Noyola. Ashley Nicole Peace. Lucia Ramirez Reyes. José Ángel Rodríguez. Abdiel Rodríguez Martí. Nathan Thomas Rowe. Linda Isabel Santana Madrigal. Deshauna Monique Shavers. Tanya Sixtos Vergara. Danielle Haley Smith. Alice Gianva Stevenson. She is loved. Trenton Wayne Tiley. Jacob Dale Turner. Alma Sarai Ubaldo. Connie Ludith Vallecillo Recinos. Olga Lidia Villela. Sean Allen Witt. Mercedes Alexis Williams. Paul Cody Wilson. Anthony Ben Zagben. I'd like for all of you to stand because we do have one special graduate. After her car accident, she was still able to make it, and we want to give a special recognition to Tamia Haley Adams. Tamia, we honor you, we love you, and we wish you a quick recovery. Congratulations to all the high school graduates, GED task graduates. De parte del Colegio Técnico Universitario de Forsyth Tech, felicitaciones y le deseamos mucho éxito. On behalf of Forsyth Technical Community College, congratulations and we wish you continued success.
Before we ask you to turn your tassel, graduates, please stand. We want to recognize, we do a lot of clapping, we do a lot of yelling, celebrating you, your family, the college, and the community partners that support you. But we want to, Ms. Doherty, I'd like you to come forward, please. It's a gift from us.
Oh, thank you.
Did she not do a great job?
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, very proud of you. Very proud of you. Also, before I ask you to turn your tassel, let's give Dr. Welch a round of applause. One thing I want you to do, he made a statement that he told us the three things, but what I liked about his speech was an interesting time. Are you here? Are you present now? Are you present now? Yeah. There you go. The next step, I hope, is Foresight Tech. Yeah. Are you here now? Yeah. Is Foresight Tech your next step? Yeah. All right. Graduates, as you stand, please remember the words, and you will hear a lot of comments. Dr. Welch talked about Proverbs. You heard the definition from Dr. Murdoch. You heard your family. You are inspirational. Ms. Dorsch told us. She said, listen, and you have listened. So at this time, I ask you to take your tassel and move them from right to left. You are official graduate of the high school equivalency program. And because, one moment, I did that when Dr. Murdoch came forward, he indicated you came from the economic and workforce development as a high school graduate, and as you transfer into short-term training, and you heard our musician, Mr. Glenn play, who's a graduate of the electric lineman program, you are now going to Dr. Welch's program. And we want to ask him to come forward because we'd like to give him a recognition symbolic of your high school diploma from Dr. Gary Green, the president, myself, and Dr. Murdoch. This is going to conclude our graduations. Thank you for being with us. And at this time, we're going to allow our graduates to exit. Good job. Have a very good night. Stay safe. Thank you.